Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Yeah, let's start. Okay. Yesterday, students, if you remember, I think I started explaining this part. Yes, let's start, please. Now, just a brief idea once again, students. What is the question that can be asked? What is strategic intent, right? Intent means I'd said the intention, niyat one would say, right? Now we know very well that in an organization, we have three levels of management, right? You have the corporate level, you have the business level, and you have the functional level. Now, the corporate level is the top level. So in my explanation, if you remember, I said in case of Tata's, you have Tata Sons, where you have the chairman emeritus Ratan Tata and Chandrasekharan, who's the acting chairman. Then you have people like Suren Farid Kambata, Noel Tata, Ajay Piramal. That's the corporate sector, or you can say the corporate level of Tata Sons. Now they have some vision that they want to achieve. So beta corporate level में intent could be either vision and mission. Vision I meant yesterday, if you remember, I said where we want to reach, where you want to go, what is your destination. Now, in one of the examples I had given to you, if you remember, students, I had said Dilip Sanghvi. Dilip Sanghvi used to say, Sun Pharma company he had started, he wants to make Sun Pharma the #1 pharmaceutical company of a country. So beta, he was at that point of time at the 4th position. And he wanted to come to the 1st position. So going there in the 1st position is the vision, right? Long-term objective. It's long-term in nature. I had given one other example, if you remember, students, the ICAI, what it tells that we want to become a world-leading accounting body, a regulator, and have world-class professionals, right, with the best competencies in accounts, auditing, assurance, insurance. So beta, this is something that you want to achieve over a period of time. Airtel says we want to become a globally admired telecom company. So that becomes their vision. Now, very important point, beta, one should know. Vision tells you where you want to go. Mission tells where you are. What are you doing here? So Sun Pharma would say, we are making medicines. We are making pharmaceutical products. We are doing research and development to find medicines to fight diabetes, blood pressure, right? So what are you doing now is your mission. Another thing I said, your mission will make you known to the people. See, vision is your dream. It is to be achieved. It has not been achieved till yet. What you are doing is what people see. And that what people see defines your mission. Airtel says we want to become a globally admired telecom company. So, beta, what is the mission? Mission is we want to provide error-free telecommunication services. That is, what are we doing now? We are providing error-free telecommunication services. And we want to become, come on, beta, we want to become what? A globally admired company. That is the vision. Now, vision should always be original. It should not be copy and paste. Vision should be as per your background, as per your perceptions, what you want to do. Like for example, in a particular industry, students, I say, let us say telecom industry, Airtel says we want to become a globally admired company in the field of telecommunication. Jio says we want to provide the telecommunication services to all India at the most reasonable price. To say, vision may vary. It has to be original as per your way of doing business. Then, beta, I said business definition, business model. Business definition may, the business level is conducting business, and for that they define the business. In what sense? What products we are making, which customers we are trying to cater, what are the methods of production we are adopting. Like an example I'd given students, Titan company says we make wristwatches, the elegant ones. We also make wristwatches for the young people, fast track watches. First, we make classic watches for the elegant ones as such. Then fast track. Then we have those nebula watches, that is gold watch. Then we have students the Raga for the females as such. Then we have that Fitbit watches. So that defines what business they are doing. Business model, beta, I said, what if you remember? What kind of policies you are adopting to do the business? Like Starbucks would give you coffee in a very good manner, you know. Now, students, for that they charge very high. On the other hand, if you see Patanjali, it will give you things at a very cheaper price, and so it is able to attract more customers. So that would be the business model. Goals and objectives, I said, if you remember, students, please pay attention. Goals are open-ended attributes. Open-ended attributes means what, students? A particular company say we want to increase sales. Open-ended attribute. Niyati says I want to clear my CA Inter. That's a goal. But then this girl says I'll clear CA Inter in my first attempt. You are expressing it in numerical terms. It becomes an objective. Objectives are important, short-term, time-based. And the next thing is, students, if there are objectives, your performance is known. So objectives are good yardstick to know the progress that you've achieved. I said yesterday, if there is anything that you cannot measure, you cannot count, maybe you cannot improve upon that. So objectives will become essential. Yesterday, we had read this also. Today morning, student, I was going through some particular article where I saw one company's vision, mission, business definition, model, goals and objectives. So one request to all of you, beta, would you write down that one company's, all these things, so that in the exams, if you mention this, it will be beneficial. It can give you good marks. I'll just share, student, this is a company by the name Puma. Puma, you've heard, students, it's a company which is in the sports equipment industry. Puma, if you know, it's a company from Germany. Puma company belongs to a person whose brother has a company by the name Adidas. So there are two German brothers as such. They are in the business of sports equipments. Dasslers. Now, Bacha, this particular company Puma has a vision, mission, definition. So, in case a question is asked, you can make a mention of this, na? So that you can get some good marks in this. Please note down this, please. This is only I'll give to write. There's not much, students, but this is for your understanding. Note down. Yeah. One second. Yes, yes, yes. Write down, students. So, vision. First, write vision. Okay, this is all for company Puma, I said. Now, beta, remember that. Vision. What is vision? Niyati? Dream of an organization. And just for your understanding, you know that very well, I know. Dream of an organization. The vision of that company is, note down, to become world leader in sports equipments. To become world leader in sports equipments. Mission of that company is what they are doing now, to bring innovation in sports. To bring innovation in sports. Business definition is provide best product to the athletes. Business definition is provide best product to the athletes. So they are not concerned with the common man, they're concerned with the athletes only, right? That's the customer they're looking for. Business model, write down. Creating innovative and customized products. Creating innovative and customized products at premium prices. At premium prices. Now be very clear, but when I say premium price, what do I mean? What is the model? They want to cater, come on fast, to the customers and give them goods at a higher price. They don't mind if the sale is less, but they want to give customized products at a higher price. It's like that. Goal to increase sales. Objective is 20% growth in sales every year. %20 growth in sales every year for the next 10 years. For the next 10 years. Okay. So if it's a 5-6 mark question, students, along with the explanation which is given over here, you can, come on, write this. Now, the next student is these concepts in detail: vision, mission, goals and objectives. Please listen, students. Okay, can I start? Ritika Jain has come for the first lecture today. आती रहती है बेटा. मैं भी आता हूँ, आप भी आया करो टाइम, मैंने आज पहली बार देखा आपको. Anyway, Harshita, how are you? Fine? Good, beta. Vision. So, if it's a question that is asked for 3 to 4 marks, what is expected from you, students? More information. So, here we have given students too much of information for vision and then mission. Some idea you must have got till yet, students. I said vision is the dream where you want to reach. What is your destination? Now, one student asked me, sir, is it that we have only one vision in life? Definitely not. Right now, the vision of the student sitting and attending the lecture is to become a chartered accountant. Right now. So that's the vision. Sun Pharma students had a vision to become India's #1 pharmaceutical company. Now they become #1 pharmaceutical company. Now what? Is it, students, at that point of time when you achieve a vision, you become complacent? Complacent means what? You start taking life easily? No, you're not supposed to. You've not come over here, you've not got this birth to just rest like Bruno. Bruno is my dog. You're not supposed to do that. I'm here. We are supposed to play the game. Khela hobe. When I say that, beta, what do I mean? We are here to live every day. Put in as much effort as possible. Sun Pharma, Dilip Sanghvi was involved in some problems from the Ranbaxy company that he took over. But beta, don't get surprised. One day he will say, sir, I want to make Sun Pharma the biggest pharmaceutical company in the world. So, vision you have, you achieve, you'll have another vision. Niyati says, I want to become a chartered. She'll definitely become a chartered accountant. After that, she would say, sir, now what? So maybe she'll think I'll start my own practice. So having her own office becomes the new vision. Then this girl would say, sir, I need at least 1,000 clients, right? And like that, it goes on. Now, please remember, beta, I said in the corporate world, vision is of the top level management, isn't it? Now, if the top level management has a vision and that vision they keep it to themselves in the air conditioned cabin, then I'm sorry, they will never be able to achieve that because they want to achieve it with the help of every subsystem of the organization, meaning, beta, they'll be able to achieve. Please understand, when every person in the organization participates in that activity to achieve the vision. So, if you have a vision, don't keep it to yourself. Communicate it to the people. Getting my point, beta? Communication is important. In my country, the problem is what? Some people, some big position, and that small people have big ego. They feel, students, no one should communicate to them. They will not communicate. So, idiot, if others will not communicate to you and you will not communicate to them, how will people come to know of your vision? Be clear about it, students. So, vision, students, is what you are supposed to have and communicate it to the people at the functional level. I'll give you a good example. Please pay attention. See, we would have, students, I had purchased some shares of Reliance Industry Limited. Dhirubhai Ambani, I said so many times, student, he was a person magnanimous in nature, larger than life. And the way he used to give us dividend, capital appreciation was there, we would always be very happy. I told you all once we wanted 50% dividend. It's a 80%. So beta, all the shareholders had their mouth open up. 50% चाहिए और सब गुजराती मारवाड़ी लोगों को 80% दे दिया. All the Jains and the Bansalis were very happy. Why? So much money he gives. Once they asked for 70%, he gave 160%. चलो मज्जा है. Abhi, he had a vision to achieve. He was keeping his shareholders happy, right? And students, he was very approachable, great. He said once to his worker, see, this is my vision. You should help me in achieving that vision. So the employees of the company said, sir, we'll help you. But what do we get? You take the profit home, you give it to the shareholders, we'll remain just employees of the company. He realized it. He said, no, this is not right. And imagine, beta, what he did was, he said, I want to start in my company, workers' participation in management. Meaning, my workers should participate in the management decision so that they get a feeling we are not just workers or employees. We are also in the management of the company. Well, how they can become managers? I said, wait. He introduced something called as ESOPs. You know what is ESOPs? Employee Stock Option Scheme. And you know what happened? You imagine, students, the workers working in the company became what? Owners of the company. So when a person, now a worker, would come to work, he would never have a feeling I'm a worker of this company. I'm a co-owner of this company. See, such a good way, students, to communicate to the employees. And such a good way, students, to get their best so that Dhirubhai Ambani is able to achieve his vision. Ratan Tata would say, na beta, all of you, if you run fast, you'll always remain alone. If you want to go far, take people along with you. So please, growing rich is one thing, but making others rich is more important. People associated with Reliance, students, whether they are the employees, shareholders, they are very happy with the performance of the company, very happy with the Ambanis as such. Reason is what? What they have in their mind, they communicate. Today's time, but I'm sorry to say, there are some organizations where the bosses has a lot of inflated ego. Sala baithta hai akela. He would not communicate. So how will the people come to know? So Niyati, what we should do with this kind of people who have lots of ego? Only Ritika, one thing, you should kick their ass and tell them to go. Sala nahi chahiye aise kachre log. You get my point? Such kind of people spoil the whole show. So, vision. Have a vision. Beta, all of you, good boys and girls, please remember, you're not doing CA because your father told you to do a CA course. You should have a vision in life. Okay, where I am going. Imagine student Ritika Jain says, I want to become the highest taxpayer of this country. That's such a big thing. So actually, Ritika is saying what? I want to become the richest female of this country. That should be the way vision should be. Creative. Something that people have not thought about it till yet. And that should come, student, from your own experiences, from your own perception. Vision should not be copy-paste as such. One company has one vision, so I'll copy that and write, nahi beta. If it's such a big organization, then you're supposed to have your own aim, aspirations as such. Vision. Pay attention. Come on. Sorry, it's here. See, vision is where they want the organization to be in specified time period, the destination. Where to go is most important question and should always be asked before planning how to go. Precisely. From Malleshwaram, if I have to go to South End Circle, so I know I have to go to the South End Circle. Then the question comes how to go. When Dhirubhai Ambani say, I want my company to make good sales, I want to become the biggest player of polyester in the country. He had started that company, Polyester, Reliance Polyester. That is what he conveyed to his people. And then Suren decided, I'll give shares to my employees. Today, mind you, many people, many big entrepreneurs do like that. Reason? So that the person working in the company never has a feeling, I'm an employee. Boss, you are as good as a shareholder. You getting my point? So, I've given one example to your students. ICI, world's leading accounting body, regulator, developer of trusted and independent professionals with world-class competencies in accounting, assurance, taxation, finance. So this is the vision of ICI Institute. One more you can see, student, Google. Google, what is the vision? To provide access to world's information in one click. Beta, Google, one of the best search engine, Niyati, right, beta? Any information you want, you click and contact. It will first give you suggestion, like a particular lady would have given. And then students, it's ready with all the information that you want. So, what it says, what we want to achieve, to provide access to the world's information in one click. Ek aur sun lo beta. Amazon says to be the Earth's most customer-centric company. Earth, most customer-centric company where customers can find and discover anything they want to buy online. Kitna acha likha hai na beta. That means every person in the organization knows what we are a part of Amazon. What is our job? To make things available to the people online. And imagine, Suren, our Mukesh Ambani is so much impressed. He's about to start his online. He must have already started by now, students. And he would want to make Reliance industry more richer. Paisa na akhir mein. Now see, a strategic vision, students, is a roadmap of a company's future. Why? Because it gives you the direction about what product, market to be pursued, customer, technology to be focused, that would improve its current position and future prospects. Now, this is very easy. 3 elements of a strategic vision, please, this you should study. Who we are and where we are now. You can't say, I want to go there. Pagal pehle hai kidhar? Abhi imagine, students, this girl Prakriti says, sir, I want to become a chartered accountant. So first question is where you are now. And she would say, sir, I'm doing my intermediate course. So who we are? Prakriti, I'm doing my CA inter. Where are we going? I want to become a chartered accountant. You got the point? Bolo. And beta, I told you all students, in any form of organization, you're not supposed to keep the vision with yourself. You're supposed to communicate in clear terms to every person working in the organization. In J.K. Shah classes, students, J.K. sir would come for his lectures at 7 o'clock. So he did not tell others to come at 7 o'clock lecture. At 7 o'clock only, or maybe time before that. Reason? He himself shows discipline. So no one else can be what? Indisciplined as such. So communicate, show with your behavior. Okay, this is what we want to achieve. Communicate the strategic vision in clear, exciting terms that inspire organization-wide commitment. Now, what are the essentials of strategic vision? First point, it says think creatively. But I बहुत important. Strategic vision of one person let's be very clear, need not be the same as the strategic vision of other person. I was taking one lecture, now that I can't ask so many questions to you all. In Bangalore only, I think I was taking this lecture in that Malleshwaram branch, and I asked a girl, she said, I want to become a chartered accountant. And I asked, why? So she said, what do you know? So I want to show my family members, okay, even I can do this course and I will clear it as such. So one girl, maybe family members must have some other ideas. She says, I'll prove it to everyone. One particular boy says, sir, my dad is a chartered accountant. I want to become a chartered accountant so that I'll help him in his office work. Great. One particular girl says, sir, I want to become a chartered accountant because in my family I'll be the first person. See, so different people have different stories, different reasons. So when in an organization, beta, when you're talking about strategic vision, you're supposed to think creatively. I said sometime back, Ritika says, I want to be the highest taxpayer of the country. That is her way of thinking. Indirectly, actually, she may be very clever to say like that. I want to become the highest taxpayer. Actually, what she has at the back of her mind, I want to become the richest lady of this particular country. So that's creativity. I remember one example, students pay attention. Bill Gates, Microsoft company, would tell his people, you know what? I want that every computer should have our software. My God. So every computer should have our software. When he says, that's the vision, dream. So every computer, every laptop, every tab, every particular mobile phone should have our software. When he said that, now, what he gave signal to his people, develop the best software, develop the most economical software, and develop a software which is user friendly. User friendly, then only I'll be able to sell it to everyone. So first thing is that you're supposed to think creatively about how to prepare company for the future. Vision should not be paragraph, students. Small, one line. It should be well articulated. That creates enthusiasm among the members of the group. Imagine people will feel so good when they come to know their boss says, every computer should have our software. That means I'm a part of that success story, right? It creates enthusiasm amongst the people. If क्या नाम है ये Airtel says we want to become a globally admired company in the field of telecommunication. So a person in Airtel gets that feeling. Okay, we will not be doing business in India. We'll be doing business out of India. But you know, Airtel services are also being offered in African countries. So that is the way it should be. Then it enhances the direction in which the organization is headed. कहाँ जा रहे हैं और कहाँ पहुंचना है. Now, beta, the next part is mission. I think I did tell you, vision is where I want to go. Mission is where I am presently and what am I doing. Take this case. Airtel says vision is to become a globally admired telecom company. And what is the mission they say? Mission they say, we want to provide error-free telecommunication services. See, what are we doing? We are providing error-free telecommunication service. Okay. मतलब हम कर रहे ये है. And what we want to become? Globally admired telecom company. Take the other example, bacha. Walt Disney says our vision is to make people happy. Whenever you see those those cartoon series students, मजा आता है ना, to make people happy. And then beta, mission is what we do. We entertain, we inform, and we inspire people. So please, by entertaining people, by informing people, by inspiring people, what we are trying to do, we are trying to make people happy. Kitna acha likha na? You understand that? See, vision of ICI was what? To become a world leading accounting body, regulated world. Now see the mission that they have written, beta. Maja aega. Suno bachcha sab log. Mission is what? See this particular case. Impart world-class education. So beta, chartered accountant course, what you're studying today, let's be very clear. No country in the world will have this kind of accounting course. What ICI gives you. That is world-class education, training. You'll have to do articleship and professional development opportunities to create global professionals. So they don't want you to just be confined to Bangalore. Why? You should not be shocked, student. One day you get an opportunity in a foreign country, and there are many of them they get as such, right? So we are not giving you students any ordinary education. We are giving you world-class education, training, and profession to create what global professionals. So you are not becoming only professionals in Bangalore, global professionals. Then beta see, develop an independent and transparent regulatory mechanism that keeps pace with changing times. What does that mean? You know what ICI says and what it does? It has a regulatory body. It examines, it monitors. Okay, what are the changes happening around, external changes? And on that basis, student, they change the syllabus. In the sense that students, when I say that on the basis of that, they change the syllabus, they change the examination pattern, they will change the way questions are asked so that you are ready for anything that is there in the country as such, or any opportunity that you get. I was telling in the morning batch one example, please pay attention, all of you boys and girls. You know, Bombay mein, when I used to work in the BSC, the Bombay Stock Exchange. So there are times when these Gujarati people, when I say, I mean Harshad Mehta, ये तो सबको मालूम है, Niyati, Bhanushali, right? Then there was other Gujarati who came, Ketan Parekh, बराबर है. There's a Marwadi who came, Sanjay Agarwal. They created a lot of scams in the financial sector. So share market became less. अच्छा क्या बोल रहा है कोई? Arbitrage, very good. So Sanjay Agarwal was there. So when these all people did all the scams, oh my God. Ajay Kedia, Nihal, okay, thank you, beta. Kedia is again Marwadi. Chalo, theek hai, haan. Now, what is it, beta? Listen, when all these people were in a good position, they actually manipulated. Market suffered. And people were not ready to come in the share market. But we students wanted money, na? Paisa to chahiye. So we started working in the forex market, foreign exchange market. And what we did, we used to buy foreign exchange from one market and sell it in the other market. Buy from one market and sell in the other market, so one would say, so how is that possible? Imagine $1 rate is ₹74 here in Bangalore today. Vinay, sun, paisa kama sakta hai baad mein. $1 is 74 rupees. Okay? And then students, I find out in America there is someone, they give $1 at rupees 72.50. तो रितिका क्या करेगा बच्चा, बाद में शीरा खा लेना. $1 is 72.50 in America and here it is 74. Now bacha, I had people, they would have, have considerable amount of funds with them when we are not investing in share market. So we would buy dollar from the American market and sell it in chalo, India. And imagine, student, if this transaction for was worth 1 crore, 2 crore, 10 crores, big amount, then beta, per dollar I'm making a profit of almost 1 rupee 50 paisa. And this activity will be called as arbitrage. And you believe me, students, here though we would play even if the margin is 50 to 60 paisa. So here the dollar rate is 73 rupees 50 paisa and it's 74. Still we would buy, sell, and some amount of money we have. We are using it, students, in a day 3-4 times. मजा है, बहुत पैसा कमाते थे. That someone wrote, students, किसी ने लिखा arbitrage. So the chartered accountants were not knowing of all these things. So what the CA Institute did, it introduced such concepts, arbitrage, hedging, speculation in the syllabus, because some chartered accountants today want to work in the share market, and when they go, they should not be handicapped because they are not having knowledge about this. So what ICI does, students, come on fast. ICI develops and keeps pace with changing time. It ensures adherence to highest ethical standards, meaning what, student, it expects that just for few amount of money, a chartered accountant would not give wrong audit reports or something like that as such. Then students conduct cutting edge research and development in the areas of accounting. That is what it's so. What it says, students, cutting edge research and development, and establish ICI members and firms as an Indian multinational service providers. इतना कुछ कर रहा है ICI. ये सब now they are doing, student, why? To make you world class professionals. So this is the mission. And beta, mission mein there are two things. Be very clear. Where are we now? And what are we doing? Where are we now and what are we doing? Students, two things are there that one should say while describing mission as such. Now, see this. Mission, who we are and what we do. Describe an organization's present capabilities, customer focus activities and business makeup. So beta, present capabilities are what? Which customer we want to cater, activities and business. Mission in simple word means what organization is doing currently and what organization will be doing to achieve its mission. I said where we are now and what we are doing. It's the corporation's guiding principle, grand design of firm's future. If it is easy, then you can just go through this part. Google said we want to provide information in one click, and what they are doing now, organize world's information and market universally, and make it universally accessible and useful. So they're organizing the world's information and making it universally accessible and useful. Mission statement broadly describes what? Present capabilities, activities, customer focus, business. That's the same thing that I just now read. But a mission statement reflects what? Come on, the philosophy of the company. I think in my explanation I said now, people, customers dealing with you know you because of the mission. Vision assurance, that is still to be achieved. Vision of a particular company is in the minds of the particular corporate people, business people, functional, that they don't advertise it to the world. That it's better to tell when they achieve it. What they are doing now, students, we come to know from its mission, isn't it? So mission should be precise, clear, feasible, distinctive, and motivating. And it should motivate the people. If Airtel says we want to provide error-free services, that means everyone in the company who's coming to work should see to it that we give the best of the services. Bas. और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. You know, today the problem is what in a company, if you appoint people, what do you expect? Okay, the people should be doing the work what they are appointed for. Otherwise, students, government department, there's so much of bureaucracy. They don't do the work properly. So what role the organization plays in the society? Mission and business definitely easy, beta. देखो यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? I told you now, Walt Disney says vision is to make people happy, and then बच्चा mission is what? To entertain, inform, and inspire people. Now this is important, students. Understanding mission and purpose. This was asked student once for 2 marks. See, mission and purpose. Mission, I said, where am I and what I'm doing. Repeat, where I am and what I'm doing. And why am I doing that is my purpose. So please be very clear. Mission is something different and purpose is something else. Get your point? So mission is who we are, what are we doing? Why we are doing that, it defines your purpose. Like in the morning lecture, I'd given this example. I love giving this example, students. Vinay, we have a stupid neighbor. क्या नाम है उसका? पाकिस्तान. Right? एक छोटा जोक सुना दो. आज घर में मम्मी डैडी को सुना देना बेटा सब लोग. You know, Pakistan, small country. I'd said in one of my lectures also, students, in my country, Reliance Industry Limited ka market cap, which is there, is more than the market cap of the entire companies in the Pakistan Stock Exchange. So all the companies in Pakistan Stock Exchange market capitalization is less compared to Reliance Industry. So one day Neeta Bhabhi would say, I'm going for shopping, and then what she'll buy? She can buy the full Pakistan Stock Exchange. In fact, they'll have still some amount of money. Mukesh says, "Upan जाऊँ छु, क्या जाए छे? Ravan भी ले आए. Ravan मतलब लंका, ना? Sri Lanka Stock Exchange also will buy. That much money, you know? Now, another thing that's very interesting. My country agriculture output is in the range of 285 million tons. Kitna Vinay? 285 million tons. And beta, I told you in my first lecture, if you remember, we have only 2.4% of the world's land area. 36 crore people used to stay in a country. Now 136 crore of people are staying. So this agriculture output, which is the 285 million tons, we don't have the place to store that. Think of it. We do not have sufficient place to store that food. So kya kare? Then we'll keep it in unscientific manner. We'll keep it at some place near to our house, that is the farmers would do, and cover it with those particular leaves as if no one will come to know. They keep it in the gunny bags near the railway station, pile up all those particular gunny bags. They're not scientific method, beta. What happened then? The rats and rodents comes and eat it. Chuhe, right now, Prakriti, the rats and rodents come and eat. And beta, it is said in my country, 18 to 20% of the food grain is eaten by rats and rodents. 20% of 285 million ton. Kitna hai? So, bacha, almost 56 million ton in my country. Ritika is eaten by rats and rodents. Iske liye rats and rodents have become like goose. You know? And girls want to have slim, zero fitting. Pata nahi kya karte. Acha, abhi joke kya tha? Pakistan country, bacha, the total agriculture production is not only 25 to 27 million tons. Matlab, Vinay, what? This is a joke, na beta. My country, the rats are very fortunate that they are in India. We give them 56 million tons of food to eat. और इमेजिन करो पाकिस्तानी को क्या मिलता है, साला कुछ भी नहीं, तो कुछ नहीं है बेटा, है ना? यस, एनीवे, सी दिस, now what they want students कश्मीर, पागल, मारेगा कान के नीचे। तेरे पास जो पाकिस्तान है वो संभाल नहीं सकता है, and you want Kashmir, and our मोदी तो बच्चा इज अ बिग, जाने दो, अरे बेचारा दीदी को तंग कर रहा है उधर, खेला होबे, राइट, होबे, ममता बनर्जी गेट्स फ्रस्ट्रेटेड ना। So student, what Modi did, he told the people in Baluchistan कि तुमको इंडिया में आने क्या, he told the people in Sindh, इंडिया में आने क्या, सिंधी लोग तो रेडी है, वैसे सिंधी लोग साउथर्न सर्कल में तो आ गए। Now imagine students, when I'm saying this, what is happening? Pakistan Kashmir कर रहा था, वहां पे Baluchistan and Sindh people started saying, we want to go to India, we want to become part of India. Oh, so what Pakistanis did, students? They killed our people near the Uri places, such, है ना? बहुत लोगों को मार दिया. I think one full bus which was carrying all the army men, students, these people got killed. Abhi, how long will we tolerate this nonsense? An army person who dies, students, just imagine for his family. But 2-3 days back, there was a Maoist attack, you know, in Chhattisgarh, Bijapur area, students. Bad, na? Why a person who's in the army, navy should be a soft target? Nahi hona chahiye aisa. So, what Modi did, I'll have to give them, in the past when we used to have Congress, na, what Congress used to do? Congress government used to send dossiers. Okay, sir, see now, your people come to my country, kill my people, please don't do that. Pagal hai kya? They listen. Once to the height was what? We were trying to prove to the Pakistani that Kasab was a Pakistani. Sala kya hai? We have to prove that. Because they were denying, no, our people will not do that. We are peace-loving people. Modi came and he said, wait, will turn into pieces. Barabar na? So, bacha, that Uri attack happened, you know very well. So much of arms and ammunitions we buy. Why? To keep it. Sala vapro, use karo. Eh? Am I right? 1 lakh crore rupees student we spend for what? Buying arms and ammunitions. क्या करने का? हार चढ़ाने का उसके ऊपर? फेंको ना पाकिस्तान पे अगर प्रॉब्लम करता है तो. And बेटा, what we did, you know, Uri attack happened, and for that, students, what we did, we went in that particular place, Pakistan occupied Kashmir, killed all the terrorists who were there, who were responsible for that particular Uri attack, and not good act, but beta, it's time has changed. Today the rule is what? Tit for tat. Gandhi ji used to say na, ek idhar mara, ab ek idhar bhi maar. Pagal hai kya sala? Idhar marega, main laat marega. You're getting my point? Now it's not that time, bacha. Idhar mara, idhar hi mar. Kya hai? Khabardar mara to. मेरे किसी लोग तो मारेगा ना, मैं तो छोड़ेगा नहीं. And beta, that, you know, today if you are good na, people feel you are weak. So don't be good. And beta, it's important. People take you for granted. Modi, what he did, ghar pe jaake mara. That was a mission. What we are India. We are new India. We are not from that Congress who will be sending dossiers. Pakistan was wondering how come India is not responding. Modi was quiet. They were not knowing only. And then soon, one fine day, when they intercepted a plane, so what they did, these people got down from the plane and went walking and killed those people. Maar ke sab wapas aa gaye. Mara. And next second time, student, Balakot attack, when it happened, they thought now Indians will come. They were waiting for us near that Kashmir place. Sala, hum log Indore se jaake maar ke aaye. बोलो मैं तो उधर ढूंढ रहा था. पागल, उधर ढूंढ रहा क्या था? तेरे को बोल के आएंगे हम लोग इधर से आएंगे, पैदल आएंगे, बाकी आएंगे, लाल कलर का शर्ट पहन के आएंगे. That is a mission. And what is the purpose of that mission? Purpose is to tell them, ungli nahi. Purpose is to tell them in future, Indians. No, बेटा तुम्हारा कौन था साउथ का one particular person? वो म्यूचुअल आदमी था ना रे, क्या था उसका नाम? बोलो बोलो हाँ, अभिनव. हाँ अभिनव, अभिनव क्या आगे क्या था? Somebody that mustache fellow ना, कैसे डर के वापस दे दिया? In the past, students, when they would have taken and they would have never given him back. Maharana Vachatu, what is it we are doing? We are doing today this. That's a mission. And why we are doing? We are trying to give a signal to the world. What? Don't take India at its face value. Gone are the days, idhar mara, idhar maar. Marega teko 10 marega pagal pakad ke. Right now, China is such a big country. 1962 war, but we lost. Now, what happened, students, in Ladakh? These army people are supposed to not carry arms ammunition with them, and then they had a confrontation. One of us, Sardar Bacha, Bihar regiment, Sardar has that Kirpan. Sardar ने जाके चीनी माकड़ लोगों को तो कितना मार दिया, एक तो छोटे छोटे, right ना, 2 by 2, right, they're shot, Nak Chapta. And the best part is what, students, our people went over there, killed them. From that day onwards, China is quite, nahi, Hindi chili, bye bye nahi, baap tera. What I'm trying to say, bacha, these actions of our Abhinandan, yeah, these actions of our students is showing our mission. And why I'm doing that? I'm doing that to give a signal to the people of this world. No more taking Indians for right. Beta, pandemic has come. Growth rate has become slow. But please, I think I did tell you, this year it is said, if things become a bit better, India will become the fastest growing country in the world, and the international organizations say India's growth in national income should be in the range of 12.5%. Sala kya chahiye? Other countries in the world, students, will be going by 4%. India 12.5%. And students, take-off stage will come. So please, mission, what am I doing? Where I am? And why am I doing that? It tells our purpose. Chalo, beta suno. There's one example, student, in the book also they have given. A book publisher and a magazine editor are both engaged in satisfying the information needs of society. But they do it through different means. A book publisher may aim at producing excellent reading material. So, a book publisher will give a good reading material. But where a magazine editor will do what? Present news analysis in a balanced and unbiased manner. Reason is simple, beta. A book reader has other aspirations, other requirements, and a magazine reader has something else. So they give the same thing, but in a different manner. Okay. Now, why organizations should have a mission? Very important, beta. See, first thing to you should have a mission, a vision. Then you should have a mission. What am I doing? What I'm doing, where am I, and why I'm doing, purpose, to ensure consensus of purpose within the organization. But when I say consensus of purpose within the organization, it means what? Think properly. Chalo, tumhara example lete. Today is the cricket match of RCB na. Let's hope this year things become favorable for RCB. But I know today also Mumbai will win. Anyway, come to the point, students. See, RCB team में बच्चा there are 11 players, है ना? There is Virat Kohli the great. वो क्या नाम है उसका? नया पागल को लिया ना? क्या नाम है वो? इतना महंगा लिया अभी. Anyway, that Australian guy यार, है ना? There is AB de Villiers in your team. So many. And imagine there is one particular bowler, Prasad, something like that. Padikkal ना? One bowler is there. So बेटा किधर भी अच्छा क्या बोल रहा है कोई Maxwell, yeah, Glenn Maxwell is also there. So good, Glenn Maxwell is also there. So in this particular team, tell me, they all will play with one aim now, to defeat Mumbai Indians. Barabar? So bacha, everyone has a role to play. Everyone's role is very important. Can Virat Kohli say, I am the only player who will help us win? बोला चुप रहे, तू इतने साल कैप्टन बना, क्या किया? खाली चलो जाने दो, गुस्सा आ जाएगा. कहने का मतलब बेटा क्या है? विराट कोहली, you are just a player. As Maxwell is there, as any other player is there, man. So please don't get that particular feeling that he may be the captain, so you may be paid something extra, but your role is as important as the role of ABD. ABD's role is as important as your role. In the morning batch, I gave an example. CA Inter. You have student 10 subjects to give the exam. And one teacher says accounts is the most interesting subject, best subject. I teach that subject, so I am the most important teacher of JK Shah classes. How you become the most important teacher? बाकी लोग क्या करते हैं इधर? फुगड़ी खेलने को आते हैं क्या? You got the point what I'm saying? So everyone is important. Consensus का मतलब बच्चा ये, it tries to bring unanimity. Unanimity means what? Unanimous opinion. Sir, it is every person's role is important. It brings a feeling among others. Can I, sir? You are not less important or he is not more important. Team में 11 players are all important. Imagine accounts teacher is good, account teacher is best, tax teacher is good, best. So you have to give only accounts and tax paper or what? चला इको में फेल हो गया तो गया ना, SM में फेल हो गया तो गया. And don't get me wrong, maximum failures are in this subject only, IT and SM. Why? Because students don't study. And in IT and SM, at least I know, it's the retention thing that you need to do. You'll have to retain every example that I gave so that you can understand. And most of the time, your retention power, student, you know very well. You have so many other things to remember. RCB में batting कौन करेगा, bowling कौन करेगा? पागल, बेगानी शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना. Meaning what? क्या मिलेगा तुमको? RCB जीता नहीं जीता तो? Anyway, so come to the point, students. I said ensure consensus of purpose within the organization. 11 players, one goal, one vision. 10 teachers, one vision. 10, all 10 are important. That should be the focal point. Now, that can be a basis for motivating the use of organization resources. So if a teacher student has been allocated 3 hours per lecture, 3 hours may you complete. 100 hours for completing the portion, 100 hours. You cannot take 500 hours. So where the owner will go, beta? Think. Then it says to develop a basis of organization resources. Facilitate the translation of objective and goals and specify organizational purposes. The tips, what are the tips while writing a mission? I said to establish special identity, one that is typically distinct itself from other similarly positioned companies. I think I did tell you, students, whenever you are making a vision statement, mission statement, it should be original. Copy nahi karne ka. Many times in college exam student, you get a project. So you go to the Google and take every information, apna dimag to use nahi karte. So it's copy and paste. For vision of a company, there should be no copy paste, students. It has to be original and it should establish special. Like take an example which I just now said. Now, same business you have Jio, same business you have Airtel. But if you see the vision of these two companies, it's totally different. Airtel says we want to provide error-free telecommunication service. Jio says we want to link every person in the country at the most reasonable rates. So see, it all depends upon what kind of a background you have. What is it that you are doing as such? It clearly tells Jio charges will be less, It wants to link everyone and error-free services. Then bacha, it tries to satisfy customer groups, all this. It should be unique, no copy. And most important, mission of a company should not be to make profit. If a person, Vinay, says, I'm having a business and what am I doing? I'm making profit. So bacha, people will look you suspectly. क्या ये लूटता है साला कभी. So always remember, you make profit. Profit should be a byproduct. Profit cannot be the main product. But remember one thing in life: if you do your work properly, money will follow. Don't run after money. Money will go away from you. And money, what? Why you want so much money? From tomorrow onwards, there is total lockdown in Bombay. What will do with the money? Sala ghar pe baithne ka na. You got the point? And how much money I do want? So mission is what I'm doing. I'm providing error-free telecommunication services. What I'm doing, I'm informing, inspiring, and entertaining people. Walt Disney. Jio, I'm trying to link the people at the most effective rates. ये बोलो और ये करेगा ना अच्छी तरफ से तो पैसा आएगा. Shahrukh Khan says, I came here to entertain people. Believe me. And what he does, he acts in movies. Today's movies are not doing good, students. So what he does, he has a studio. What he does, the other day I read an article. He said, when I did not have money, people used to invite me to birthday parties. Rich people used to invite me wedding. I would not know them, but still I'll go and dance. Why? They'll give me 50 lakhs, 1 crore of rupees. तो बेटा मुझे क्या आता है? मुझे वही आता है, मैं वही करता है. मतलब in your marriage, if you want, you can call Shahrukh Khan as such. He'll take some money and he'll also dance. रितिका बराबर है कि नहीं? बोलती नहीं है बेटा. ए बराबर है ना? तो बच्चा, mission should not be to make money. I said money is a byproduct. Do your work properly, money will follow. If I run after money, money will go away from you. चलो ठीक है, समझ में आएगा आस्ते आस्ते बेटा. Goals and objectives. This I said, students. Goals, open-ended attributes. Objectives are something which are numerically expressed. Goal long-term, objective short-term. Goals may be, students, for the entire organization. Objectives may be for individual departments. Objectives, if you achieve goals. Goals, if you achieve, the corporate sector will achieve their vision. Just now I gave you an example, student. One company said we want to increase our sales. That's a goal. We want to increase sales by 10% every year for the next 10 years. That's an objective. So, beta, performance targets. I have progressed or not, I'll come to know only if I'm able to achieve my objectives. So, it's a yardstick which measures your growth. And in the last lecture, I said, beta, if anything can be expressed numerically, if anything can be counted, then you can find your progress. Imagine, students, you get, think of it, your results. And in CA Foundation course, you just managed to pass. And you said, sir, I got so many marks. Now, beta, CA Inter, you should have a feeling, na? I want more, better marks than this. So you specify, sir, I should get 90 marks in accounts. I should get 80 marks in FM. Sir, I should stand at least in the first 10. Sir, I should clear in the first attempt. So those are your yardsticks which tell you how much progress you have done. But this you should go through it as such. इसको पढ़ लेना. अब ये देख लो. What are the characteristics of objectives? Objectives would define organization relationship with its environment. Best suggestion, objectives should be measurable and controllable. Measurable na, गिन सकते. Then only you can improve if they are going wrong. They should provide the basis for strategic decision making. There are standards for companies' performance appraisal. Performance appraisal means what, student? Your boss tells you increase sales by 10% and you have increased by 8%. So he'll tell you, na kya hai, 10% बढ़ाना चाहिए था ना. So you have not done good. You will not get bonus this time. You will not get increment. Something like that, students. So it should be concrete and specific, related to time frame, aggressive and challenging. aggressive, challenging. Something that is very easy to achieve, that should not be objective. You cleared by 70% in CA Foundation, so now you say I'll get 70%. Wrong, you're cheating yourself. I'll get now 80%. Something like that. Characteristics of objectives. I would take question and they go long term and short term objectives. So I'll explain this, students. See, short term, long term. एक बार पूछा बेटा एग्जाम में, you should know this. One second, I'll just put on this. Yeah, sorry for that. Pay attention, students. I said whenever you're doing business, the functional level have to achieve some objectives. क्या बोलता है कोई? Is this continuation of chapter 2? Nihal, you use your brains. This is the last part of 3rd chapter. I'm going to start with the 4th chapter now. Anyway, good morning. Nihal, where are you? Wherever you, I'm not bothered. Pay attention, students. Anyway, see. अच्छा क्या बोल रहा था? हाँ, objectives. The idea is this, students, when you are doing business, the functional level has some goals, and for that they have objectives in mind. So in the exam, a question was asked, what are short-term and what are long-term objectives? Please listen, beta, this is the way you're supposed to remember. When Nihal starts a business, big talks, and then after 4 lectures, he's asking, sir, 2nd chapter. Thank God he's not asking, sir, you just started with the 1st chapter. Anyway, Nihal, good morning. When a person starts a business, first short-term objective for him will be to survive. Survive, na? That means business shuru kiya, and then students, your parents, family member, they all will be praying. Chalna chahiye dhanda. So first thing is survive, sustain. Then students, your mom would say in business you should have stability. Stability का मतलब क्या? Ups and downs नहीं. Ups and downs may be there, but my business should be stable. Then beta, you would say, I want efficiency. Efficiency means what, students? Come on. I want that the raw materials used to make the output, I'm using it less, or I'm using less of the raw material, I'm getting more of output. So I'm trying to be more efficient than what I was before. Then bacha, after surviving, sustaining, stability, efficiency, what you want in the short term? You want that the customer should go satisfied. Something like this, you want to have increased production. All these things will be in the short term. Once you survive, you sustain, you maintain stability, you improve your efficiency, then bacha, you should think of what? Profit. So boys and girls, starting a business, if first day your wife says you should make this much of profit, either she's mad or she'll make you mad. Niyati, barabar che, profit is what you get over a period of time. It's not one day. So bacha, profitability will follow. It's a long-term objective. Then beta, next is productivity. Productivity means what? Not production. Here I said production. Productivity. The input and output relation should become better. Then what? you should think about product development. Product development why? अभी ये धंधा चल रहा है ना, so I should do what? I should come out with something better in the market, something new. In my area, bacha, listen properly, there is a very good sweet shop. The good sweets he used to make. Problem with us is we are diabetic, so we can't go and eat every now and then. And now students, the pandemic, so sweet shop as it is, students, sales have become less. So he started fast food. Okay? So now people have a feeling, nahi, acha rahega, good fast food he'll give. So product development. Then bacha, once you've got profit, you've increased productivity, you've developed a product, then you should think about market development. Then you should try to ensure that the customer base is increased. Meaning what? You're trying to get more sales. You're trying to satisfy the customer. And then, bacha, your aspirations will make you achieve more long-term objectives. So please, धंधा शुरू किया, first think of survive. I should sustain. Then better you will talk about what productivity, production, market, all that stuff. See, किधर गया? See, long-term objective, profitability, productivity, competitive position, all this. And short-term objective, what I said, you should remember that. Last part, students, the strategic management model. Abhi in the exam, many a time this question is asked students, strategic management model. Strategic management model, na beta suno dhyan se. Most of the students get confused in this. So that confusion I want to remove first. Pay attention. See, it goes something like this. You know, in the beginning of this chapter, we studied strategic management process, right? I will listen, please. Process we studied. Again, what did we say? It's a process where we define a vision, objectives, craft strategies, implement, evaluate strategies, and initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Beta, when I talk it like this, it's theoretical understanding. But when Niyati does a business, she follows all the steps, and maybe some step here and there she undertakes so that it suits her. Then what is it that she's doing practically? That process becomes a model. So the question is, whatever is the process, I'm writing it, I'm stating it, theoretically I'm expressing it. But that particular process, when I go to follow, I encounter some difficulties. So I make some changes here and there, and I follow a particular pattern of doing business. Obviously, in that line only, but some changes here and there I'll do. That particular practical application of the process becomes a strategic model. You getting my point? नियति समझ में आया बेटा? आपने जो पढ़ा वो definition, it's theoretical. What you do practically, बच्चा, is a model. So, if in the exam a question comes strategic model, so I just share a small case with you. Please pay attention. You know, one particular person, imagine, please think of it, it's important. One particular person comes and says, sir, the foreigners sell in our country burgers, right? Pizzas. पता नहीं क्या क्या आके साले बेचते हैं. हम लोग दाल रोटी खाने वाले आजकल बर्गर पिज्जा खाते हैं, है ना? दाल बाटी चूरमा खाने वाले today prefer to have burgers, pizza. So, beta, if these things they come and sell, they sell that Pepsi, they sell that Coca Cola. So, somewhere a particular person says, I want to sell my South Indian delicacies, dosas, idlis, and all this stuff in America. So, bacha, when he says that, na, obviously in India, what will happen? We Indians will discourage him. Hey, pagal, dosa who will have? So we are our biggest student critics. In other countries, if a person talks of such big aspirations, ना, तो बोलते हैं, सारी कायनात शिद्दत लगा के उसको वो चीज मदद लेने में मदद कर देती है. ये शाहरुख खान का डायलॉग in that particular film. And he said, na, everyone in the environment will come for your help. In India, student, if a child tells, Nihal says, I want to become a chartered accountant, so first his friends will laugh at him. Hey, not especially only Nihal, anyone, beta. This is India. We neither grow, we don't allow others to grow. We always have doubts about other people's capability. अपना capability का तो कुछ पता ठिकाना ही नहीं है. But for other people, क्या बोल रहे हैं बेटा? हाँ, criticize. Nihal, right. So this is India. ना खुद बढ़ेंगे ना किसी को बढ़ने देंगे. Now, if Nihal says, sir, I want to start South Indian delicacies, dosa, idli, pata nahi, other, so many varieties of dosas are there, and I want to start this particular business in America. So what? First friends will say, no, not possible. Then beta your brothers and sisters will say, pagal, daddy ka paisa kharab karega. Then your parents will also start doubting. पागल तो नहीं हो गया क्या, है ना? Then बेटा, how will you do business over there? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. If they can sell burger, I can sell dosas. Good delicacies, ना बेटा, मजा आता है. When we come to Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, I love going to these places. Some of my friends know some good restaurants. Every day we used to go there and eat. We love good food. And Bangalore is a very good place, students. So if a person from Bangalore says, I'll start a dosa plaza, no. But the case is opposite in other countries. One boy in Japan, 24, 25 years of age, क्या नाम मैं भूल गया, Hitachi, something like that. Hitachi channel used to see, वो पागलपन करते थे, चल forget it. This boy, 24 years of age, tells his father, I want to start world's best photocopying machine. So world's best photocopying machine I want to start in Japan. You know, the moment he said this, the parents were so happy. The parents were not dependent upon his income. He was working somewhere. Father said, good, I will help you. Mother said, I am with you. My father will give you money. Friend said, we will do. And Bachai started working. And in 5 years' time, Shuran, he started the biggest company by the name Canon. And imagine today, students, if I tell you, go and get a photocopy. So, bacha, I know photocopy you associated with Xerox. But you know, the person who gives the photocopy will be doing that photocopy in a Canon machine. Because Canon machine is better, cheaper as compared to a Xerox machine. Imagine, beta, he came, he saw, he conquered at what age? 31 year of age, he started Canon, 31. And today, Canon students is in photocopying machine, in cameras, in that cable business. This is, students, how success stories are written. With what? Only a particular dream. I want this. Why? He was working in an ophthalmic firm and he learned something over there. He said, I want to use it. and everyone possible came to his help. My country, but people will laugh at you when you talk of such things. That's wrong. One more example. Pay attention. One person, Ritika Jain, sun beta, this is more important, interesting. One person with 1,000 rupees, Niyati, he started business of selling spices. 1,000 rupees say he started selling spices in Bombay, Narsinatha Street. 1,000 rupees is what? एक मारवाड़ी कभी उल्टा करेगा तो जेब से 10,000 रुपए गिर जाएगा, है ना? And 1,000 rupees only he had, he started a business with only 1,000 rupees. What happened? That business he failed. He started working for Bombay Dyeing. Bombay Dyeing belonged to Nasli Wadia. Nasli Wadia student, grandson of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, जो पाकिस्तान बनाया. He used to work for him in his shop. Then he said, I will not work over here. पागल है, नौकरी नहीं करेगा. And he started a company by the name Reliance Industry Limited. He borrowed some funds, 15,000 rupees. He started Reliance Industry Limited. So the journey, students, what was start? One thing was clear, he wanted to do it big. He did big what? He gave very good rewards to his shareholders, his employees. You know, when we used to look at him in the share market once or twice, he had come. He used to inspire people. सारा ये कर सकता है तो हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते? You know, that kind of a feeling was there. Now, Niyati Bida, when he started his business with 1,000 rupees, when he died, his net worth was more than 80,000 crore. चला 80,000 करोड़ का बेचा उसने अपना net worth बनाया. This is that particular success story. And what he did, how he did that, that is theoretically a process. And how he implemented it will be a model. So, beta, in the exam, they ask a strategic model. It should be like that, the definition. But see what they've given over here, students, please pay attention. First, it says develop a vision, mission, and objectives. You start a business, you should first know where you want to go, your vision, where you are now, and what are the objectives you want to achieve. So define your vision, mission, and objectives. First step. Take an example. One person in Bombay का बच्चा fast food, if you know, boys and girls, if you ever come to Bombay, yeah, people love to eat that vada pav, Indian burger. नियति कभी खाया है? रितिका तूने खाया कि दाल बाटी चूरमा खाती है खाली? खाया वड़ा पाव ना? बहुत टेस्टी होता बेटा. Prakriti, you had vada pav. Okay, so it's like an Indian burger. Now this particular person, I know him very well. Swami, his name is. He sells vada pav in one of the places in Bombay. He tells me one day, "Ki Girish, always I have hundreds of customers in a day that I cater to, and they go very happy. So I want to make my business as popular as McDonald's." अभी पहले तो बच्चा भी में 5-6 friends ना, out of the 2-3 started laughing. So you feel like kicking them. So at least he's thinking good, something good. So why not help him to think? When we went and played the match in Australia and Virat Kohli left, so everyone thought now we will lose all 3-0. And what Ajinkya Rahane did, agar pata hai aapko, he defeated Australia. Hey? So please first think in your mind, I can do it, I will do it. So if this boy says, I want to start my vada pav business and I want to make it as popular as the McDonald's business. So beta, he is having his vision. Where he's doing business? He's doing business in Dadar, in Matunga, two places. What is the objective now? Objective is to get every month 3 lakh rupees collection from one outlet. That is done. Now I asked him how he'll be able to do that. He said, I'll start centers in all different places in Mumbai. So start in all different places in Mumbai when I say. So I said, do you have the money? Do you have the manpower? If not, he said, Girish, can I give franchisee to the people as such? They can start. So but I see, what is he doing? He's thinking of different possibilities. Then this decision which was to be taken, now 1 year has passed, the pandemic has come, it is affected. So whether you don't just jump into a particular idea, you have to consider what come on external and internal factors. ये देखो इधर लिखा बेटा, environmental analysis and organizational appraisal, meaning what? You consider the opportunities and threats in the market. Opportunities were there, but threats were looming large. And find out what are your strengths and weaknesses. Now let's hope things get better. What he may do, he may start giving franchisee and people are ready to take it. Now he's getting contacts with people. So beta kya karega wo? He will generate, analyze and select strategy. One is start his own centers. One is start giving franchising. Then the question is how the goods will be sold over there. So he said, I'll supply or they'll make it over there and sell. All those decisions will be made. He'll select something that suits him. Then beta implement strategy. Start working on it. Some problems are there. What he has to do? Evaluate, control and ensure that what come on tell me. He succeeds in achieving his mission. After that, he may say, now let me start selling goods in, come on, where? Some other part of the world. I'll share with you one thing. Switzerland, bacha, when we had gone, Mount Titlis, if you have heard, Maja, a very beautiful place, very cold, all ice, and you feel so tired first and then so hungry. At the same time, you're shivering. Why? It's so cold. And believe me, the moment you come out of there, most of the places like this, now, the tourists are Indians. They are Gujaratis or Marwadis. And the moment student we came out of the Mount Titlis area, there was a restaurant. And what we saw in the restaurant, what they were selling, samosa, batata vada. And these particular things that they were selling, at what price? Which are 6 euros. 6 euros means what? 1 euro was that time 80 rupees. तो एक समोसा कितने का? रितिका 480 rupees. इसका मतलब क्या बच्चा? Just imagine, good business. So such kind of thoughts, if you get in your mind, is don't keep such thoughts in your mind. Bring it into practice, and maybe you will succeed. And by maybe you will succeed. You know, but people dream and then they work on those dreams. Only Bruno sleeps as such. You know Bruno. Nearly by this time, my dog Bruno as such. He'll be sleeping. Then when in the lecture time I have to get up and go for a lecture, I'll kick him. Sala soya rehta hai jab bhi dekho. Anyway, so that's apart. But this is what that particular topic is. Abhi, I'll do one thing. So, you know, I was just going through some question papers. Some question papers. So I'll give you the idea of what kind of questions are asked in the exams. You just see whether you're comfortable with that or not. Yeah? Note down the student what questions have been asked till yet now. One paper, the question asked was this: objectives and goals synonymous. Objectives are goals and goals are synonymous in strategic management. Okay. Then they say explain it. Explain it. Full stop. Then they write also outline the characteristics to be possessed by objectives. Okay. Now please listen. Just now we did the topic now. So first tell me, objectives and goals are synonymous. Is it true? Is it one and the same? They are not the same. Now I said goals are long term. Goals are general. Objectives are specific. I want to increase sales is my goal. 20% per year is my objective. So beta, be very clear. First you have to explain that. And then what are the characteristics of objectives? I said objectives should be what? Measurable, controllable, specific, realistic, all those points which are there in the notes. This was a 5-mark question. Okay, another question asked from the portion that I've done till yet is, right, explain the TOWS matrix, TOWS, full stop. How the TOWS matrix has a wider scope in comparison to SWOT analysis. How the TOWS matrix has a wider scope in comparison to SWOT analysis. Question mark. Explain in brief. Explain in brief. But this is what we studied, I think, yesterday, day before yesterday. SWOT and TOWS. I think I did tell you now. SWOT is something that gives you an idea of your strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. But SWOT does not help you to prepare strategy. So on the basis of SWOT, hence Welrich came out with the 2x2 matrix. Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So there are 4 boxes in that. Maxi, 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 mini, all that as such. You have to explain. Next question is, explain the stages in strategic process. So what that is this question, what I just now told you, है ना? ये जो पढ़ा है अभी. Okay. And then student, there is a particular case study on the second chapter. That's too big. बाद में करेंगे कभी. Other questions, student, note down the questions which are there. First question is there a need for, write down the next question, is there a need for strategic management in the government and medical organizations? Okay, so this we have done now. Remember, Government, medical organization, hospitals. I'd said hospitals have become like joint stock companies. है ना बेटा? Government also taxes they collect. We expect people. I have so many particular expectations from them. Okay, next question is write down why companies should go global. Why companies should go global? Question mark. Mention any 5 reasons. So, beta, that is what we have done, right? Why companies should go global? What is global company students? I said, na, you're doing this. Started in one country, you're doing business in other country. MNC, TNCs. Why should they go global? So many reasons. In your country, you do not have demand. So you go in a foreign country. You go global because you get resources in other country. You're able to get technology, right? All that. Next question is, what is strategic vision? Describe the essentials of strategic vision. Come on. Now, beta, these are the questions that have been asked in 2 papers till yet. I think you should be comfortable answering this, students. Come on. And one case study is there, but that's very big. So once you have some time, we'll start that. I'll give you a break for 2 minutes, students. I'll start with the 4th chapter. Okay.